Unfortunately, I've been a little bit busy with my life and career, so I haven't been able to play Deadly Premonition nearly as much as I would like to. Like, I've played, like, maybe, like 2 hours of it over the weekend, which is kind of ridiculous. I literally played through Super Mario World rather than playing Deadly Premonition 2. Despite that, though, I'm liking Deadly Premonition 2 a lot more than the first in general. I'm really, really enjoying it. But, I have begun to notice some of the criticisms revolving around this game. It's really, really interesting how the left eat their own. You know what I mean? Like, it's so interesting how a game that's so diverse in its casting and characters and its representation can be hated by the white liberal SJWs so fucking much. I've heard so many accusations thrown at this game already about its like depictions of like transgender people and things like that. It's very, 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 very interesting. Now, if you know what I think of the original Deadly Premonition, like I actually thought the usage of the transgender community was actually rather interesting, novel, and effective. I thought it was like way better handled than like the sort of forced diversity we sort of see in Western media all the time. It was way more, it felt more like, it reminded me a lot of how like Mother, how like nobody seriously comes out and says that like the Mother games are bad, or Mother 3 is bad because it has like transsexual people, transgender people in it, or whatever they're supposed to be. Nobody says that. It actually feels organic. It actually feels like something the creator wanted to do. It didn't feel like political at all. It didn't feel forced. Like, it actually felt like it suited the creative vision, rather than taking something already established and ruining it like they do all the time with like every other franchise in the West. Like, it felt like something the creator wanted to do from the start. And in this one, I feel the same way, if not more so. That's one of the weird things about Deadly Premonition I've noticed from the start. Deadly Premonition 2 from the start, is because I feel like it has more like black characters than any other major game, any other game I've ever seen in my life. Like, these people are always complaining about like, why isn't Twintel in Smash? And yet you have like all these black primary characters like with diverse, interesting backgrounds and character gimmicks. Like, I'm just, the double standard is really, really weird, especially coming from someone like me. Well, I suppose I'm not blind to it. Like, yeah, I'm sitting here like shitting on groups like, you know, Antifa and Black Lives Matter and the rioters and shit like that. I'm doing all this shit, and then somehow I play this game and I'm just like, yeah, this is perfectly acceptable. And yet the people who are outright enabling this shit, right? People who supposedly support it wholeheartedly are very, very much against the representation in this game. Really, 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 really. Like, shouldn't you be like interested in depicting these people in every way possible? Like, it doesn't feel like they really want representation. Like, I think I've said this before, but they want propaganda. They want to like shove themselves, basically, their worldview into like major AAA games that aren't tailored to them. They don't want their own. They don't want their own material. They don't want to create stuff. They just want to like put themselves, their agenda, into games that people actually want to play, right? In order to like sort of use it as a missile of propaganda. Like, that's their a Trojan horse, a Trojan horse that's like just filled with propaganda, rather than actually depicting these people as like an actual part of the world and the plot. That's my feelings on this right out of the gate. I'll probably be streaming Deadly Premonition 2 later tonight. So we'll have to see just how. We'll probably see if my opinion changes on that. But for now, I'm very, very positive towards the game, and I don't think the negative reviews, the negative pushback from people like Laura K. Dale is really, really going to hold water. I don't think anyone seriously takes these ideas all that seriously.